Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Today, I think we're going to get started on building a hot side for the turbo system. I still got to weld like the boxes in, and then I want to make a mount for my cool shirt cooler as well before buttoning up or painting the interior. But I do also want to make sure that I can get a hot side built how I want it. So if I need to order more parts or anything like that, I'm not waiting on those. So that's kind of a big one to do. So I'm gonna get going on that now. So unfortunately, I do have a little bit of a cold, so probably not going to talk a whole lot through this episode or this vlog. But I'll just post up some clips and stuff. Maybe once I'm feeling better, I'll do a voiceover. So maybe we'll give that a shot and see how you all like that. All right. So one issue that I didn't think of until I went to order an alternator bracket is there is one place I can put an alternator on this motor with the dry sump pump on the right side and the up and forward header. I don't want to move the header because that means it'll probably interfere with my return hoses. I can't fit an alternator in this hole, which means I can only put an alternator here. However, having the up and forward header like that side means that I can't put an alternator there. So I bought 3 different sets of headers. Found that this set here, block hugger, will work. However, I don't like them because they're only 1 5/8" tube. So also bought these for a 10 to 13 Camaro. But hits the steering shaft before I can get it bolted up. So we're gonna cut the flange, grind this flange, grind the tube down at an angle, and rotate the header this way on the flange. Should be fine. Alrighty, so I got the flange cut off, cleaned up. I still left a little bit of pipe on there. It's not going to be in my way. Ground the header down. Got the angle that I want in it. It fits pretty decent. I'm gonna have one gap to fill right on that back port, but it fits all right. I'm actually pretty happy with it. Plenty of clearance there. I cut that flange off. So yeah, I'm gonna get this cleaned up, wiped down with some acetone, tacked on, and then I'll pull it, clamp it down to the bench, keep it flat, back purge it, and burn it together. All right, so I got this header all welded up. The outlet is in a really good location. I'm really stoked on that. I cut the flange that was on it out. I'm probably just gonna put a straight piece here, and then it'll bend up and go into my turbo wherever that lays. Got enough clearance on my steering shaft here, so that works really nice. That is great. It definitely touches the block on the other side though. So it's really tight, but there will be a gasket in between this that should space it out just a touch. All right, so now that I got this manifold, this header built, I've thought about one thing. I need to hang the body. I need to do that so I can figure out exactly where a intercooler is gonna sit, where all the hot side stuff's gonna sit and live. So I'm waiting on a 1-inch die from JD Squared so I can bend up some 1-inch tube. I've gotten ideas to kind of put inner fenders back in this thing and hang the body. So I'm gonna wait on doing that. So I guess next thing I'm gonna do is probably mount my cool shirt cooler. This is gonna live right here. Kind of an idea I had, me and the guys that were helping me out had to try to get some weight more on the right side. So that's actually going to kick weight further out than even having a passenger in it. It's not much. It's a 7.5 quart, I think. Is it 7.5 quarts? Yeah. So it's almost 2 gallons. So it's like a little less than 20 pounds, but it should help get some weight further on the right side. So I'm going to build up a bracket for that and go from there. Alright, so one thing I was worried about that I totally spaced it on was this hanging too low and the door hitting it. So I got it tacked in, and I got the door put back on it and got it tacked in. And, well, the door clears. So we're in good shape. Much happier about that. I was definitely nervous, so we're good. I can burn that in now and call it a day. Alright, so I ended up calling it right there. I was sick as hell, so I'm back following week. I'm gonna try to finish up the inside of the car now, get the boxes fully burned in. I gotta make that right side of the training tunnel. I'm gonna have the kids sand the inside of the car, get it scuffed up so we can paint everything. But yeah, we're gonna get moving on that and see how far we get with all of that. Hopefully this weekend, by the end of the weekend, we can get it painted. So we'll get to rolling. Alright, so I'm going to give this voiceover thing a try, see how well it works for me. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, so just getting the car on the lift right now, getting the driver's fuel tank out. We got to put a fuel lab pump setup in it anyway, but really just getting it out of the way right now just to make sure I don't burn a hole in it when I burn the box into the car. Going to now switching over, going to start trying to TIG weld the box in. Got fed up because I had some gaps. Grabbed the MIG welder, finished burning all the boxes in with the MIG. I did weld the cage to the box with the TIG welder though, so it still looks pretty nice there. None of it really matters. It's a mild steel cage, doesn't need to be burned in with a TIG, so I just did it for aesthetics anyway. But always fun getting yourself in awkward positions, getting your body all bound up and stuff. Still sore a couple days later. Alright, so I got all the boxes burned in. I MIG welded the boxes to the chassis mostly. I had some gaps and it would have been an absolute nightmare to try to TIG weld in, so I just MIG'd them in, but the cage is TIGged to the boxes. So got everything. Hi, Evie. Got the dash bar finish welded over here. Those little tabs for the column mounted. Realized I can't pull the column out, so that's cool. But that's getting painted in place anyway. On to making a tranny tunnel. And then I'm gonna have the kids start scuffing everything up and get it ready for paint. So we're almost there on the inside. Pretty stoked on that. Just keep plugging along. Alright, so new day. I'm gonna get going on designing that right side of the transmission tunnel. I got some measurements pulled up. I'm gonna draw it up in CAD. We'll get a plate cut, and then I'm going to try and form it the way it needs to be formed. I think I gotta make a tool to make that happen. We're gonna try to find that out and see how well it works. So let's get going on this and see how we make out. Alright, just getting the plasma table fired up here. Gonna get my drawing imported into SheetCam. It's post-processing software that I use to create a G-code. Also can have stuff in it now. Getting it imported into the software that runs the plasma table. Took me all of 2 minutes to make the file, a couple minutes to cut it, and always comes out pretty nice. Alright, so because this has this hump, but then it's straight at the top, the tunnel needs to do some weird stuff. So my original plan was I was going to build a tool, but I think I'm going to try to just cheat and manipulate the metal in place. So basically I'm going to Cleco the front, the bottom, and the top, and then just try to push in the bottom here and try to get that formed the way it needs to be formed. So we're gonna give that a shot and hopefully that works. If not, then I'm gonna have to make some sort of tool to form the sheet metal around somehow. So hoping this works this way. Alright, so now that I got everything cut and sorted, I'm just gonna start putting some Clecos into place that I know will hold it in a good spot. So punch just some 1/8" holes, use some 1/8" Clecos, hold everything in place, and then start bending, hammering, beating, anything I can do to get the tunnel manipulated in the way I want. Definitely didn't work the way I had hoped. It definitely doesn't look as nice. I don't have an English wheel to clean it up or anything like that. No shrinkers or stretchers, but it'll do the job. After I got the tunnel kind of in place how I wanted it to, now just getting the Zeus buttons, little metal clips in the back sides lined up, drilled, riveted in place. So these, I really like the Zeus buttons. It makes servicing very easy, works really well. Everybody seems to tell me that they're super hard to set up, but I really haven't had much of an issue. You just kind of got to bend them where you need to. Yeah, just 1/8 inch rivet on the back side or on the front side, put the spring on the back, and then yeah, just bend the center into where you need it to for the Zeus button itself. But they work really well. It's super easy to pop in and out, quarter turn, and yeah, there's a reason race car guys use them. So the one other thing I forgot that I needed to do was cover this little hole here, which had like a factory filler neck thing on it. So I just made this little patch panel. I'm gonna rivet it in, and yeah, paint it. Forgot. Still gonna cut the hole for the shifter, so we're gonna cut that out. I'm gonna just do some temporary shifter just to make sure that it clears the hole in the floor. But yeah, I gotta cut that real quick, and then yeah, I don't think we're getting this thing painted today, but we're gonna try still. All right, so first went in with a 3/8 drill bit and just punched a hole in all 4 corners here, and go in with my little air saw, bend the crap out of the blade. Always fun. Snap-on one works really well, but it is aggressive. It's an on-off switch, and definitely you can tear up some blades. I'm just cleaning up the burrs, getting the lines nice and straight with the little belt sander. Seeing my old shifter from the caddy works. It doesn't. I knew it wasn't going to, but making sure that the range of the shifter has all kinds of clearance. It's not going to run into anything. Still going to mount a shift boot, obviously, but that's going to be riveted in place. And yeah. Got both kids prepping this thing for the paint. Gavin's prepping the side skirts. Evie's getting the interior ready. So I did some taping off. So it'll be ready here soon, but I think we're gonna run out of time. So I'm gonna call it for this one. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Please like, share, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.